The mist clung to the tea terraces of Zhejiang like a lover unwilling to part, rolling in silken tendrils over the tiled rooftops of the Zhu estate. Beneath the curved eaves of the ancestral hall, 16-year-old Yīngtái knelt on cold hardwood, forehead pressed to the polished floor. Her fingers trembled where they clutched her father's silk sleeve, still stained faintly with the ink she had ground herself, proof of her forbidden studies. "Father," she whispered, the word caught between reverence and rebellion, "let me go to the academy in Hangzhou. Oh, I'll bind my hair, wear boys' robes. No one will know." The porcelain teacup froze halfway to Lord Zhu's lips. Steam curled upward between them like a spirit summoned to judge her words. His gaze, unreadable as the calligraphy scrolls behind him, did not waver. "Academy," he echoed, the syllables brittle as dried leaves. "For boys," her voice steadied. Confucius said, "in education there should be no class distinction. Is womanhood a greater crime than poverty?" That earned her a twitch of an eyebrow, scandal or amusement. She couldn't tell. She pressed on. "I've copied the 4 books until my fingers bled. I've studied Ban Zhao, and I know you keep Aunt May's poems hidden in your study drawer." Silence. Outside, a breeze stirred the bamboo. Inside, history held its breath. For 3 days, the house creaked under the weight of decision. Her mother moved through corridors like a wraith, leaving poetry volumes open on tea tables. Her husband would pass. The servants gossiped in the kitchen, invoking the ghosts of poetants and war widows. On the 4th morning, as the mist lifted to reveal gold-touched terraces, Lord Zhu finally spoke. "You may go." Yīngtái's heart surged, till he added, "But you return at 16. The Ma family's son awaits." The decree landed like a guillotine wrapped in silk. The night before her departure, her maid wound linen strips around her chest until every breath felt like penance. Her long hair waist-length ink dark was shorn to the floor in slow, quiet strokes. When she rose in the pale light of dawn, Zhu stood in her place. Lean figure, neutral robes, hair knotted in a scholar's topknot. She mounted her donkey with a bowed head, her father's voice sharp behind her. "Remember who you are," Yīngtái whispered back. "I am." The academy was a world of pine ink, waxed desks, and restless sons of lesser nobility. The air reeked of ambition and inkstones. Her brushstrokes, clean-curved, elegant, were dismissed as delicate, her eyes too observant. Her laughter a half-tone too high. Only one boy noticed. Shānbó, a scholar in patched robes, quiet but sharp. His smile was worn but warm, like a scroll kept too long by the hearth. He didn't laugh when she bested him in debate. He noticed when her hands trembled during verses on marriage, or when she vanished before bathing hours. "You remind me of my little sister," he said one day, under the plum trees. She snapped her fan shut with a crack. "Then let's swear brotherhood." He blinked. "Isn't that a bit sudden?" "Everything great begins suddenly. Revolutions, floods, poetry." He grinned. "Also, pandemics and lawsuits. Don't ruin it." She produced a needle from her sleeve. Thumbs, wine, blood. "You've done this before? Studied it?" she said airily. Their blood mingled in a stolen wine cup beneath plum blossoms. The petals like confetti for a vow. Brotherhood in name, but a tether of something far deeper neither could yet name. Seasons blurred like brushstrokes on damp paper. The academy passed in a rhythm of ink and frost. Winter recitations beside crackling fires, spring debates blooming like wisteria. Yīngtái and Shānbó were inseparable, sparring over classics. Stealing glances during lectures, napping shoulder to shoulder in libraries whose scent was part dust, part destiny. He left lychees peeled and gleaming by her books. She wrapped spare buns in cloth and slipped them into his sleeves when he thought no one saw. They passed scrolls like secrets, notes buried in margin scribbles. "Your logic is flawed. Your face is flawed. Your heart betrays your argument. Not, I think, your intent." Once on a moon-drenched night, beneath a sagging willow, she caught him staring. "What?" she asked, careful to keep her tone careless. He smiled, slow and unguarded. "You're like the quiet line in a poem, something I didn't see coming. But once it's there, nothing else fits." Her laugh came too quickly. They both looked away. When the letter came, Wai felt it before she read it. Her 16th birthday, the age of return of betrothal. Return at once. The Ma family prepares the bridal sedan. The scroll curled in her fist at their farewell feast. She pressed a jade pendant into Shānbó's hand. To carp eternally chasing, never catching, twined in endless pursuit. "Come visit," she said, forcing lightness into her voice. "Meet my sister. I think you'll like her." He raised an eyebrow. "You have a sister, older," she said. "Terrible at calligraphy, brilliant at archery, prone to ... dramatic exits." "Sounds terrifying. She's someone you already know." He blinked, puzzled. She let the moment pass like smoke through fingers. The Zhu estate had not changed. But why had she wore emerald robes, her hair unbound, flowing like ink. When Shānbó arrived, summoned by curiosity and the echo of her pendant, he didn't recognize her at first. She stepped into the garden, his teacup shattered on the stone path. "You," she nodded. "Surprise, you." He couldn't finish yes, and then, finally, "Why?" "Because they wouldn't have let me become myself otherwise." Silence. Then, in a hoarse whisper, "You were never Jew." Her hand trembled. "I was never just Jew. The next 7 days were stolen," whispered dreams. Walks by lotus ponds. Arguments about eloping that turned to laughter, then to tears. On the 7th night, Shānbó knelt before her father. "Sir, I ask for her hand." Lord Jew SF was colder than the lake in winter. "The Ma family's dowry has bought new irrigation canals. Would you drown our fields for love?" Shānbó rose, face pale. "Yes." The doors closed on him without reply. Shānbó left that night, a storm behind his eyes and no roof waiting ahead. Yīngtái watched from the gate, heart in her throat, fists clenched around silk sleeves that had never fit right. His letter came 2 weeks later. "My strength fails. Whether from heartbreak or illness, I cannot say. But if I am to die, let it be near you. Bury me by the road to your new home. I want to see you once more, even if only as a bride." She read it once, twice, until the ink blurred and the characters wept with her. Her mother found her hours later, still kneeling, the scroll pressed to her chest. "He's gone," she whispered. Outside, the carp in the pond swam in endless circles, chasing, never catching. The wedding day dawned unnaturally bright, as if the heavens themselves had no sympathy left to offer. The sedan was red, heavy with phoenix silk. The bridal crown prickled like pennants against her skull. As they neared the bend in the road, the wind shifted. Thunder cracked from a cloudless sky. The palanquin halted. A mound of fresh earth stood by the path, ringed by incense sticks and peach blossoms already browning at the edges. Shānbó's grave. Something in her broke. She flung open the sedan curtains, leaped into the dirt with a wail that split the hills. Her phoenix crown crashed into the mud. Her robes tangled in her feet as she clawed at the soil. "I would have run." She screamed at the earth. "You fool, I would have run with you." The heavens answered with a roar, and the earth trembled. Before the onlookers' stunned eyes, the grave split open not with decay, but with brilliance. A figure emerged, robes fluttering in wind no one else felt. Shānbó whole, smiling. "Shānbó," she stumbled toward him, heart suspended between disbelief and longing. He reached for her and she for him. Their fingers never met. The ground cracked once more, and she dove into the fissure, into the unknown, into him. Behind them, servants cried out, but the two lovers were already gone. From the broken earth to butterflies burst forth scarlet wings, painting characters of eternity in the sky. They danced above the road, above the bridal party, above the field once paid for in dowry silver. No net caught them, no hand could. They were gone. Together, centuries passed, kingdoms rose and fell, scrolls crumbled, gardens grew over stone paths. But the tale of Yīngtái and Shānbó endured. It echoed in erhu strings weeping through opera houses. It fluttered in the tremble of bridal hairpins. It whispered in the notebooks of girls who dared to write poetry in margins. And in the hills of Jejeong, where the tea still grows and the mist clings like a forgotten dream. Some say you can still see them just at dusk, near a grave overgrown with wildflowers. Two butterflies dancing forever.